Grandmama used to pray, oh Lord, please save them from the evil snares and all the dangers that entangle. Yea, though they walking through the valley of the shadows, just prepare and make them fit for every battle. Because I know they bound to come, and I know they bound to fall, but in your bounty, Lord, preserve their beautiful. Right, we still survive and offer grandma's prayers, surrounded by the jungle and the lion's den. Tread light, cause these traps is inconspicuous. They hide right in plain sight, thinking we don't see them when they linger. Look right beneath the surface, then leave a trail of corpses. Crisis, prices, your life a disposable commodity. Like living in this fantasy, conditioned to believe that the system even cares whether selling CDs or walking or driving or reading. Look, they don't even need a reason. It's just you breathing and being black. When it's such a pretty fall, it don't seem like we falling at all, at all. It's just a GMO dream, where things are never really what they seem. Please cue the violins, tell them just to play me something pretty, cause this gritty city got me screaming bloody murder. So they got me screaming. This gritty city got me on some. Look, get your hand up on my pocket. Distraction, so lazy they use the same tactics. Like condom with some trinkets, just don't let them get to thinking. That light bulb gets a blinking. You know niggas and ideas. Oh dear, my dear, you may not know me, but I know you very well. Foresight, they say hindsight is 2020. Well, tell me something, we gotta see that history is on repeat. And maybe it takes a beat and a melody to speak a little louder than the message in the clouds or the essence in the air. I swear, my God is just so clear that a system driven by fear can never give us nothing but more of the same things. Oh, when it's such a pretty fall, it don't seem like we falling at all. It's just a GMO dream, where things are never really what they seem. Please cue the violins, tell them just to play me something pretty, cause this gritty city got me screaming. It's murder. Got me screaming, got me. This gritty city got me on some.
All right. Yeah. Pestilence and disease, we see it, but we feed on dreams of illusionary resistance. But I'm here to tell you, it ain't even like that. Check it. Now the racist conditions by a government that be. See, this shit is a mockery, it's unacceptable to me. So we cast a spell on them for the things that they have done, that transcend infinity with blessings from the widow's sons. You know, Africa never really did shit to you. She blessed you, nurtured you, she made you anew. She gave you civility and then showed you what to do. So for my ancestors' tombs, I won't cast a fucking spell on you. Your racist governments will cease to exist, and then nature itself gon' put an end to your shit. See, I won't lift a finger, I won't move an inch. Just like King Solomon didn't move when he entombed time a bit. When the bones of black slaves re-rise from their graves to rebel and rage because of the shit that you made. From the dawn of your history and even today, we fought to eradicate your evil ass hate. The sun bleeds blood when it rises here in the West. Oh, we gon' see then if your ass can pass this test. There's no restitutions, or did you make a mistake? You can save that shit, David, cause your sorries came too late. The space shuttles you launch will do no damn good. You'll answer to the babies here in the slums, here in the hoods. Your evil empire will crumble into the sea. All this shit was approved by divine decree. It comes from my ancestors, so you can't blame it on me. And this shit was approved by divine decree. From Puerto Rico to Kalonji, This spell was approved by divine decree. Fidel and Malcolm said history will absolve me. This shit was approved by divine decree. From the northern lights to the Arctic Sea, this shit was approved by divine decree. You can ask Asada Mumia, you'll see. It's all approved by divine decree. We'll free the land, oh it will be free. Cause this shit was approved by divine decree. It no longer matters what you think you can do to me. This shit was approved by divine decree. It was all approved by divine decree. This shit was approved by divine decree.
What's happening, good people? What's happening? It's good to be here. Good to be here. Good to be here. Good to be African today. That was shout out to my sister Sunny Patterson, who you always catch in the RSTV intro. That intro is fire. We know that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sister May for creating that intro. But that's Sunny Patterson on that intro. And I also want to shout out my family, the Welfare Poets. You just heard Divine Decree, Welfare Poets out of New York. Powerful band, you know what I'm saying? A powerful spoken word band. And, you know, we always like to bring that heat. We like to bring folks to the forefront that might not necessarily get their proper credit and their due. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is supporting the underdog. I've always been pro underdog my entire life, and I consider myself an underdog, you know, because I think that oftentimes if you let folks, they will rewrite history and that you never existed. And that's a byproduct. That is one of the pieces that comes with colonialism and imperialism. This is what capitalism does. It breeds contempt. It breeds envy. It breeds hatred. It breeds separatism. Makes you want to think that, you know, you came on this planet by yourself and you did what you do because of you. When in fact, that any successful individual, any quote unquote prophet, any leader, whatever the case is, they always had a team. It's had a team. Team is important, especially when we talk about revolution. You understand? So there's no the whole Rambo effect, you know, where you have this lone white boy that comes save the world and all of that. That ain't It's not reality. It's not our reality, at least. For folks who are unfamiliar, I am Kalonji Changa, co-founder of Black Power Media. I'm the host of RSTV, and I consider myself a fighter. The organization I represent is the FTP movement. Shout out to the FTP movement. This year, June 9th, will mark our 20-year anniversary as an organization. I mention that because I'm proud of the fact that I roll with the fighters. I roll with people that do. You know what I'm saying? Not just talk, not just look for shout outs and applause. It's not what we're interested in. We're interested in victory. And when you talk about victory, it is it's like revolutionary. It's like revolution. It's protracted struggle. It's continuum. It's not just some fly by night thing. It's not a popularity contest. It's not about how many YouTube subscribers you have. It's not about how many followers you have on Facebook or Instagram or X or whatever you want to call it. It's about what you do. That's what's important. Kind of weird for me today because I usually don't hop on the screen and just talk to myself. For the most part, I have on guests. I try to bring guests who are serious about liberation movement, and I bring on guests who are interested in contributing to our people in some fashion or form. And the guests don't always get it right, and neither do I, and neither does anyone else that we have come across, because that's just the reality of having this human experience. But today I decided that I was going to hop on here on this beautiful May Day. I decided I was going to come talk to folks because I understand that there's been people that have been speaking for me that don't speak for me. There's been people that have been speaking for me that don't have my best interests at heart. And one of the things that many of us pride ourselves on is being the voice of the voiceless. That's been the efforts of Arts TV. That's been the efforts of what the plan was for BPM, Black Power Media, in its as it was brought about. I want to start off by greeting everyone in the universal greeting of peace, because that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for peace and love. If you say you're about revolution, you're about people, so on and so forth, and love. Now, oftentimes, people get it twisted and think that when you talk about peace and love, that you're soft. But in order for you to be a true freedom fighter, you have to be a lover of your people. And the fight has to be for peace. It has to be for justice, and reciprocity, balance, etc. This message comes at a time when hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children are being brutally murdered, slaughtered. There's different conflicts and genocide being committed in places like Yemen, in Sudan, in Haiti, in the Sahel, Myanmar, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and most popularly recognized right now, Palestine. And there's over 50 university encampments in the United States alone, battling police, battling these universities, trying to get some type of backing and justice and support for folks over in Gaza who are being slaughtered by one settler colonial state and being sponsored by another settler colonial state. And we're talking about Israel and the US. And we know that across the world, yet another dozen university encampments are over there fighting colonialism, fighting these brutal warmongers. And when we say fighting, they're coming in the name of peace. And you're seeing all kinds of folks around the country and around the world, everything from professors to students and just peaceful protesters being, attacked for fighting against genocide, attacked for speaking up against world domination and destruction and death. And they're met with brute force. Sick dogs, blue dogs, police being being used as tools and being sicked on by these beasts, by these universities and these corporations, because they fear organization. So you have that going on. This time last week, 1 week ago, I sat down with one of the most popular, for lack of better words, political prisoners in the world. I had the opportunity to sit down for 4.5 hours with Mumia Abu-Jamal. I had the opportunity to visit him. Mumia is literally the town that is, it's a coal town, coal mine, literally. He's buried in a coal mine, and he said, as he would say, they're like the diamonds in the mine. It's being plucked out. But I met with this brother for 4.5 hours, and I gotta say, we already know that he's a brilliant brother, But we did a lot of laughing. We did a whole lot of laughing, and I think that we had the opportunity to lift each other's spirits. The brother turned 70 years old last Wednesday. Yeah, 70 years old. And I had the opportunity to spend the day before with him. And shout out to Noel Hanrahan for making that happen. But, for 4 hours, we talked about everything from Vietnam to current events. But like I said, we did a lot of laughing. I found out that this brother was, he's a real funny brother. And I appreciated that. And for that time, I dared to admit, as I sat there with him, as we sat together, I almost forgot that he was in prison. I almost forgot, because we spoke like brothers. We talked like comrades, or like I tweeted like we was homies from the same block, And I left there feeling inspired. Although, it was, we had to, see the racist, pigs, the correctional officers, etc. And, we had to drive 2.5 hours from Philly to go see this brother. But I left inspired. And he reminded me what this fight is about. Reminded me of what this fight is about. Some of you may look at this and you might not quite understand what I'm saying, but it was a recharge. It was an absolute recharge, and it was necessary. So from there, the next day, there was a celebration. There was rallies in the streets of Philadelphia. And we was out there, and had the opportunity to build with folks like Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and Ruba Ben Wahad and Pam Africa and the Move family, and out there marching with 87-year-old Sundiata Kohli, who he himself served 49 years in prison. One of my heroes, a brother who was on the highway when that shootout, that New Jersey Turnpike situation with Assata Shakur. And Zayd, Zayd Shakur, just, and I'm seeing this brother, this brilliant brother, 87 years old, who we never thought would get out, by the way. But he's out there marching through the streets of Philadelphia in honor of Mumia Abu-Jamal and so many other brothers and sisters. I mean, children of different freedom fighters, family of Sekou Odinga, family of Russell Maroon Schultz, and many others. So we're there, and then later on that night, I had the opportunity to speak at a church in Philadelphia with folks like Johanna Fernandez, Daruba and Changa, and so many veteran Panthers, and just so many good people who came to commemorate and celebrate the 70-year anniversary, 70-year birthday of Mumia Abu-Jamal. So all of that was a recharge for me, a much needed recharge. We enjoyed each other. We celebrated for this brother. But most importantly, we remembered so with all that, I wanted to come on and be grateful today. I wanted to be grateful to our viewers at Black Power Media. I wanted to be grateful to the folks who came before us, the ancestors who came before us. You know what I'm saying? To the Creator, and to all those political prisoners who are currently in these gulags across the United States and across the world, and our veteran freedom fighters risked it all and gave it all, for a sliver of liberation. With all that being said, name on the screen, right? Co-founder Black Power Media, which was started 3 years ago, February 17th, 2021, which is the birthday of Huey P. Newton from the Black Panther Party. Now, over the past, year, I've been telling this story because, again, sometimes if you don't tell a story, then it won't be told properly. So Black Power Media stemmed from a collaboration of Renegade Culture podcast, which was a podcast that myself and two of the other owners were a part of, started 3 years prior to Black Power Media. I had the idea of building a platform that would serve not just one podcast or whatever, but a multimedia platform. Something that would go beyond, something that can cover all angles, a propaganda machine, if you will. Reached out to Jared Ball, by Mix What I Like, and I said, hey, I have this idea. I'm interested in starting a platform, doing a collab, where we can bring on other hosts, whatever, so on and so forth. He said he was with it. Talked to the two other brothers, and Black Power Media was formed. There, we began our work. We decided that we would grow out a channel that I Mix What I Like already had, which had about 5,000 subscribers. So instead of just starting from the bottom, we said we would come together and we would start this platform, and we plug into the existing YouTube channel I Mix What I Like, and we flip that into Black Power Media, and that's what we did. We got about a dozen other hosts and broadcasters, programmers, and we grew from there. It's been a long road. It's been, like I said, 3 years. You know, we have different individuals from different backgrounds, different personalities, different ideologies, differences of opinions. However, for the greater good, we made an effort to build this thing called Black Power Media. Now we're looking at about close to 40,000 subscribers from that initial 5,000 that we plugged into. So, you know, we grew the channel out probably about 35,000, close to 35,000 in the last 3 years. It's not so bad for, you know, a platform that, you know, that didn't have any big promotions or marketing and so on and so forth. We did, and here we are today. I wanted to come on here today because I have to address some things that are very important and dear to me. That I will be leaving Black Power Media. And I wanted to come on here because of the fact that there's been folks speaking for me without my party speaking for me. I've never had a problem speaking. I've been talking for quite a long time. I've been talking for many years. However, folks feel that, you know, I need a ventriloquist or something. I don't know what it's all about. But I wanted folks to be clear, and I wanted you to understand. Changa is not leaving Black Power Media. I repeat that because of the fact that, again, you know, it must be properly understood and properly driven home, because I don't want the rumors to get you caught up. Kalonji Changa is not leaving Black Power Media. There are other owners who will keep the current YouTube channel that was started by Jared Ball. They will keep that channel and they will undergo a name change. Okay. Again, that channel started off as I Mix What I Like, which means that Jared owns the YouTube channel. The other gentleman will be joining him. So the fact is, I won't be leaving. They'll be leaving. They'll be staying on a YouTube platform, and they'll be coming up with a whole nother name for what it is they're doing. And with that, I wish them peace. I need people to understand, because this is it's very difficult for me to even come on here and talk about business. I don't necessarily like to get up in front of people on screen in particular and talk about what's going on with my personal business, my personal life, or any of that type of stuff. And I will refrain from it today. Certain things must be addressed, but I'm not going to get personal. There are things I could talk about that, again, you know, this is strictly business right here that I'm talking. I'm not here to diss nobody. I'm not here to come for nobody. And I would hope that no one wishes to come for me. So, again, the current YouTube channel, there will be a name change, and over the course of the next couple months, we are working on a transition. For folks who would like to continue to support Black Power Media, you can go to our website, blackpowermedia.org. It's blackpowermedia.org. Join our email list so that we can keep you posted in the event that pushed off this channel prematurely. And I say that because of the fact that there's been actions taken that, you know, that are unethical. I want folks to understand that right now, as revolutionary of a platform as Black Power Media is, and or would like to be is an LLC in the state of Georgia. I'm going to repeat that. Black Power Media is an LLC on record in the state of Georgia. This is facts. There are 4 owners currently of Black Power Media, and that would be Jerry Ball, Kamal Franklin, Rob Batts, known as the Ear Doctor, and myself. I am an owner of Black Power Media, and I will remain an owner of Black Power Media. Again, whatever these other gentlemen decide to do, wherever they decide to go, and whoever decides to go with them, that's perfectly fine. But I'm not leaving Black Power Media. So we want to be clear about that, because I don't want no misunderstandings. I don't want nobody talking about, this is formerly Black Power Media. No, this is Black Power Media here. And whatever folks take with them, that's what they have, and that's okay, and that's fine. I want to point out, that there have been all types of attempts to stop my production, including changing my owner status on the YouTube channel from owner meetings held without my knowledge, without an invitation, and without my consent. There's been a nonsensical excuse it's been given to attendees of those meetings, saying that RSTV is leaving Black Power Media. And again, that is false. That's fake news. RSTV is not leaving Black Power Media. Again, there are members, there are owners of Black Power Media who will be leaving. And there are some folks who will, I assume, go with them. And then folks that will be coming with, staying with Black Power Media, along with new programs that will be taking place, and new energy altogether. I want to say that without getting too far into business, the last meeting that I was involved in with Black Power Media, we agreed to some type of arbitration, putting together a group of arbitrators to come to an agreement to discuss our severance. To my knowledge, that hasn't happened. I know, again, there's been different emails circulating. There's been different meetings taking place. Mind you, I'm still an owner, but I've been denied access to certain things under the straight up lie that Kalonji and RSTV is leaving Black Power Media. It's not what I agreed to. I agreed to taking the name Black Power Media, the platform, image and likeness, and that they would change their name and they would build off of the I Mix What I Like channel, which is currently where Black Power Media resides. Now, I don't know what they're changing their name to. Don't really care. But again, I wish them the best. And I mean that with all sincerity. Again, there are things that I can say. I'm sure it's things that they can say. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, don't come with me with your lies, come at me with your lies, and I won't come at you with my truth. So with that being said, I know that as far as, again, we haven't met to discuss, this arbitration. I know it was asked recently by a brother who is a host on this platform currently about folks that I would consider being a part of the arbitration process. And I didn't have a problem with any of the folks, even though, some of the folks are affiliated with some of the other hosts, some of the other owners, but, I'm all good. I know that, righteousness will prevail. But I know that there's some things that, that need to be discussed. And I'm saying this publicly because many of you are investors in Black Power Media. You are patrons. Invest in our Patreon. There are subscribers who subscribe to Black Power Media, and there are folks who support us overall, and we appreciate that. Currently, it's looking like there will be an attempt with some of these other owners to walk away with the business bank account, with funds and support from the Patreon and subscribers, etc. And of course, as I mentioned, we're walking away with the name like a bad marriage or something. I'm not agreeing to them high and dry. So I say for folks who would like to continue to support these other folks, by all means, no love lost, but we will be setting up our own Patreons and so on and so forth for folks who want to continue to support what it is we're doing. And, keep your resources with Black Power Media as you know it, then, feel free by all means. Now, again, it pains me to come on here and discuss this business publicly, but I haven't been in communication with the other co-owners. So, I'm being left no choice. Pointed out to them in previous meetings, I've never been robbed in my life. No one ever took anything from me. And it's not about to start happening now. Again, some folks have been misinformed, and they think that, okay, well, Kalonji's leaving and it's all good. I mean, we're just going to stay with Black Power Media. That's not what it is. So I wanted to bring about clarity because it was I believe will be an arbitrator, but he's been speaking a little too fairly, so they probably got rid of him as an arbitrator. But it's brought to my attention that folks were saying that I was leaving, and again, I'm not going anywhere. For all practical purposes, I'm as much Black Power Media as Black Power Media itself. With what we have contributed to this platform, with the blood, sweat, and tears, everything from the logo that I created, the website that I assisted in the building with Sister May, the everything from the transitions that you see on the screen to the music that you see on many of the shows. These are things that either I created or partnered in creating. The whole look, image, so on and so forth. The whole spirit of Black Power Media. And I'm not saying that to, for any credits or, no props or nothing like that. I'm just saying that there's no way in the world that you can build something, co-author it, co-build. Let me be fair. Invite folks into it and they attempt to take it and leave you out. That sounds awfully European. What they did to the natives of this land, what they did in Africa, so on and so forth. And I'm not looking to be a victim. In the more the words of one of my comrades, a revolutionary is never a victim. I haven't been then and won't begin now. I thank you and I appreciate you all for your support. For now, we will be building a separate YouTube channel because, again, this particular YouTube channel will eventually go to the other owners because, like I said, we built off of Jared Ball's I Make Sure I Like YouTube channel in order to get it started. Now you can subscribe to Riot Starter TV on YouTube. There will be a number of the same, groups and members and hosts that you see now currently. Excuse me, and there will be more content, different types of media outside of just the YouTube channel. We have a whole rollout that we'll be doing in coming months. You can not only subscribe to Riot Starter TV on YouTube, but you can also go to blackpowermedia.org and make sure that you're on our email list. It's blackpowermedia.org for our email list. Again, I thank you all for taking the time to listen to me and to vibe with me. And if there's anything I said that is not in accordance with what's true and just, then my apologies in order. But it is right now. Again, thank you all for supporting Black Power Media. Pray that you continue to support Black Power Media. Continue to fight for the rights of political prisoners like Mumia Abu-Jamal, like Leonard Peltier, like Faranza Bowers, like Kamal Siddiqui, and so many others right now who are suffering. You know, many of them in their 80s. You have Leonard Peltier, I believe he's 81 years old right now. Mumia just turned 70. You know, Leonard has so many different ailments, blind and so many different illnesses, and the same with Mumia. But these brothers are keeping on. They're keeping on, you know. And salute to all the fighters out there and all those people who I've met on the road and who've shown us nothing but love. Again, for folks who are looking for controversy, if you're looking for bad news and all of that, again, this isn't why I came here today. I would much rather us be able to handle our business behind closed doors like men. Unfortunately, other folks have gotten involved and decided to side with folks, and many of them, most of them don't even know what's going on. They don't know the roots. But since some of them are hosts, and you know, some of them are part of some of the same organizations that some of these other brothers are part of, and that's fine. It's no problem. I've been a fighter all my life, and you know, we're here to win. We're here for victory. And again, I wish no harm. I have no hatred in my heart, folks. And again, I'm not coming for you. And I hope you be safe out there, good people. Look for more content. This is RSTV. Until next time, stay on the right side of the barricades, and we will win in spite of ourselves. Peace.
May appear a confusing blur of activity, each ant doing its own thing, but it can't be. Somehow the ants coordinate their actions so that large insects are overwhelmed, killed and carried back to the base.
Peers is dying and my people are suffering. The money's still low, you should see how they budgeting. Watch what comes out your mouth. People are suffering. It's elementary, they want us all gone eventually. Peers is dying, people are suffering. The money's still low, you should see how they budgeting. Peers is dying, and my people are suffering. Cause the money's still low, they want us all gone eventually.
I swear to God, living in this economy's like a robbery. The government taxing me when they owe me for my property. You niggas act like you happy to live in poverty. When I feel like a king, they gotta make these fools acknowledge me. I'm royalty and loyal to the feeling of it. The contrast make it look thuggish. We talk, walk, and look rugged naturally. Nothing sad to see, we all a part of this tragedy. I'm mad at you, so why you mad at me?
We headed for the times of the 9, watch out 6. Sun cycle on the rise, moon cycle out the mix. Living on this planet of the snakes and the crucifix. Pardon self as I unk my way through, marching with my A-boom boom, making my debut. Like great balls of fire, nothing could save you. In these replenishing times, I honor my dead, making my ancestors proud when it's off with your head.
Does my pencil possess potential to change mentals? Yes. Show what you pen in this pack with the essential less. What is essential to keep it as sharp as against you? Yes. What is essential to keep it like a temple? Blast, alter the temple, keeping the beat simple and fresh. While they whimper and rest, I'm intuition like the simplest gas. Into tradition, I'm on a mission until a transition to give the up and coming a better existence.
I seen a beggar scorn reaching for a coin or two. The older we get, it switches up the point of view. And they anointed you, leader of the free world. Desolate minds confined to the B-girl. The most benevolent is evident who I be. Graffiti on the wall, the crew, Drew Ali. Zoo to our key, shifting on the paradigm. Raise the vibration, then go prepare the mind.
Define magnificent, rare gem. Dig deep, the omnipotent, all-seeing. I just speak the game plan. I pray for niggas, amen. Fat Sharpie, spray can, I'm made man. The suede vans, no street skate, no beat taking. For Pete's sake, he's a beast quaking, the scene shaking. No mistaking, the ants conquer the elephants. FTP, RBG, the rest develop.
What's the ant's secret that makes them the most efficient predators on Earth, consuming more meat than lions, tigers, and wolves combined?
I'm way medicated faded, puff lion, lace sedated, and stay dedicated to culture that created the essence of the lessons now delivered in my presence. Kalonji called upon me, so now I pose the question: how is it that the blacks came in whips and chains, having nothing else to lose and everything to gain? Now niggas entertain for some whips and chains, a white game and some pain. Is that shit not strange?
It's kinda hard holding down your dreams when you blackin' in America with institutions set to bury you 6 feet underneath dirt or depth deep. Disciples psychological when making those ends meet and needs be. A hand feeds the other teases. Gather thoughts, grab the Gatling for good reason. In between success, devil's greed, a pine box, a mind jogs elusive.
And why I come off and camouflage, can't take cloth. Eating lentils and vegetable broth, but I ain't never been soft. Leading the lost and forsaken by any cost, bones aching, working hard, trying to bring home the turkey bacon, breaking laws of gravity. Fuck with the family and watch me savagely crush craniums and chest cavities to pray for the casualties. Cause my anatomy is naturally, casually composed. This is self-construction for the soul.
I'm black dynamite, I'll blast you with my nitros. Spit a dope piece with a gold piece in a booth with 5 disciples. We channeling boot mind, the revolution sparker. With 8 bars, cigar smoking some dark room on the altar. Watch the daughter work a mojo, walk the stage without a hype man. Electric verses turn the great crowd into light rain. Flood psyches with an ill beats, a brain food that's got hot. Fly wisdom, call saucy, the enlightener, that's side rock.
2012 and times are different yet the same. Nowadays the number of prisoners behind the cage outnumber amounts of those enslaved during the trades. The shame we killing ourselves over what set you blame. Getting shot instead of hang. Nothing changed for the better except the cheddar of corporate profit to gain. The more money in pockets, the more people in chains. Unite niggas who bang, destroy their main aim.
It's all connected, form a web like Anansi. It's the people, Siafu is the army. Start a top contender, oil plots a new agenda. They even breathe on the track, sucker MC for dinner. All that garbage I penning, this right here's the ending. Words to venom, getting them wrapped in Egyptian linen. Coming for head, this rapper, Kali will shake the rafters. Only thing standing after, walking natural disaster, rapture.